Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Paulina and here on my channel it is all about fragrances. Today I'm going to talk about 3 new releases of January 2022 and I'm going to talk about the new Lancôme Trésor La Nuit Intense, and I'm going to talk about Dolce&Gabbana Dolce Lily and Black Opium Illicit Green. If you're interested to hear my opinion about these 3 new launches, please stay with me. I'm going to start with Lancôme Trésor La Nuit Intense. This is another flanker of the legendary Trésor and already legendary Trésor La Nuit. What is the difference here? What are the notes listed here? In the top notes, the musk rose, in the middle cherry, and the base almond milk, vanilla and woody notes. The fragrance comes in a typical Trésor La Nuit bottle with deep ruby, deep red color, quite sexy, appealing, sensual. So what are my thoughts about this fragrance? If you like the note of cherry, this is going to be one of your favorite perfumes. You're going to like this. This is a fragrance dedicated to cherry note. Very ripe, dripping, juicy cherry, very natural in its sound in this fragrance. This fragrance is also sweet because of the vanilla touch here. I don't detect a predominant almond note here. Maybe the almond milk gives to this fragrance a certain creamy touch, velvety touch, but it's not a typical nutty, almondy fragrance. This is, as I said, sweet cherry fragrance. Quite sensual, quite appealing and sexy, but not sexy in a mean of flirting or something like this. This is a more serious fragrance. I wouldn't say that this fragrance would be appropriate for young girls, more for mature women. It is a mature scent. I have a picture in my mind of a woman wearing this fragrance. She's a mother, she's a wife, she has children, and she's very well established in her job. So she's kind of very well established in life, and she can enjoy life in its fully facets, and she can wear this fragrance. So she can bake actually cherry pie, and she can also be fulfilled in her job, like you know what I mean, a mature woman, sensual but also serious. The longevity of this fragrance is very good. This paper is already approximately 2 days old, but I can still detect a predominant cherry note with some creaminess and sweetness. It's not quite the direction that I prefer in perfumery, but I quite liked it. As I said, if you like cherry note in fragrances, you're going to like this one. Creamy, sensual, sexy, but serious. Longevity is very nice. Projection, I had it on my skin as well, so I could detect this fragrance around me. The next fragrance I would like to talk about is Dolce&Gabbana Dolce Lily, another flanker of the Dolce range. So what are the notes listed here? In the top notes, bergamot and passion fruit. In the middle, pink lily and rose, and in the base musk, sandalwood, vanilla. Fruity, floral, flirty scent with a slightly sour touch, and I think, in my opinion, it has a very natural touch of passion fruit, exotic, sour, like champagne bubbles in a way. very young, suitable for young girls, for coming spring and summer, light, summery, spring-like fragrance. This fragrance doesn't have mysteries that you would like to solve. It doesn't have any ambitions. It's just a nice smelling fragrance. The longevity was quite average. I could detect this fruity floral touch on my skin for approximately half an hour, and then in the base it's the typical musky, creamy scent, quite pleasant. So it's nothing extraordinary about this new flanker, but it's quite pleasant, fruity floral scent. About the lily. Lily can be sometimes difficult note in perfumery, and not everyone likes lily in perfumes, but here it is not quite typical lily. Well, pink lily is listed here. I never saw pink lily, I never smelled pink lily, but it has some lily touch in it, but it's not over the top, if you know what I mean. Quite pleasant, but I would say this is nothing extraordinary, nothing special. There are many fragrances that go in fruity floral direction with this exotic touch, but probably if you like Dolce range, try it. It is worth trying for sure. And the last fragrance I would like to talk about, it is the new Black Opium Illicit Green by Yves Saint Laurent, new flanker that was recently released. The notes that are listed here are quite interesting, and also the story of its creation is quite interesting. Nathalie Lorson, the perfumer of this fragrance, she collaborated with a very famous mixture cocktail maker. This woman won many international prizes, so they collaborated and they wanted to create a cocktail that you could enjoy smelling, and if you mix this ingredients you could also drink it. So the notes listed here is the fig leaf, green mandarin and pear. In the middle notes fig, orange blossom and jasmine, and in the base vanilla, coffee and patchouli. So actually you could drink it if you make it as a cocktail. It's quite interesting. So what I can tell about this scent, about this fragrance, I would say if you expect to detect some opium, some legendary opium by Yves Saint Laurent in this flanker, you are going to be disappointed. If you take this fragrance as another flanker, it could be very pleasant. Well, I quite enjoy having it on my skin. It is a warm scent with a certain bitter touch in it. It has some sweet undertone going on here. What about the fig here? In my opinion, it's not the typical fig scent. You know, this fig fragrances that transmit this mood of Greek islands, you know, summer scents. It's nothing like that. It's probably more dry fig, more aromatic. I think the jasmine note is quite predominant here, jasmine with some certain bitter touch. If I didn't know that the note of coffee is listed here, I would say that is a tea note, tea scent, because of this bitter powdery touch. And this was the opening for my nose. After some time, maybe after 1 hour, I can detect creamy chocolatey patchouli in the base. So patchouli note is quite pleasant here. As I said, creamy, soft, chocolatey patchouli, quite sensual as well. Overall, I can say it is definitely an interesting scent. If you like fig direction in perfumery, please try it, because it is interesting. It is quite pleasant smell. About the longevity, I wouldn't say that the Black Opium Illicit Green is a very long-lasting fragrance. The longevity is quite average, and I think it's also quite close to the skin, so it's close to your body. It hasn't a huge projection in my opinion. Overall, nice scent, but nothing extraordinary. So this, both fragrances probably won't be part of my perfume collection, but as I said, it's interesting to try them, to test them. If you already tried these 3 new fragrances, these 3 new releases, please let me know. How do you like them? And thank you very much for your attention, and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye!